Hi Capricorn and Capricorn Rising. Here's your horoscope for July 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, the year is just flying by. And this time of the year we have the sun going through Cancer, which is your opposite sign. So this is all about relationships this month as we begin the month of July. The second half of the month, when these planets move out of your seventh house, they'll move into the eighth house, which is about finances, deep transformation, understanding things at a deeper level. But as we start off this month, we could see here your ruler is in retrograde, so you're going back or going within yourself. And at the beginning of the month, we also have Neptune that's going to go retrograde as well in this third house. So I'll cover that in a minute, but it's going to add a little bit of confusion and slow you down a little bit and, having you focus on the past. The good news is that Mars continues to go through Taurus in your fifth house. And this is about trying new things, experiencing new things, having more fun, being more playful. Maybe you're spending time with your children. Maybe you're spending time with loved ones, and that's going to be really positive. But Mars will continue to make its way towards Uranus, where we could be seeing some surprises by the middle of the month for many of you. Then eventually Mars will leave this part of your chart and go into the sixth house, which it will do this month around the 21st. And what makes this so interesting is we have another full moon in your sign in the first house. So this is the second full moon in Capricorn. So this is a significant month, last month and this month, for coming to realizations about yourself and what's before you. And so I'm going to cover all of that, okay? So this reading is for anyone who has a Capricorn rising or has a sun sign Capricorn. This is a general sun sign Western astrology reading in tropical. So it has to be general because I don't have everybody's birthday, and everyone's birthday and birth charts are completely different. So anyway, let's dive in and see what we find here. So the first thing we see is Neptune goes retrograde in Pisces on the 2nd. So here it is in stationary position before it goes backwards. Now, as you could tell here, Neptune has been in the last degrees of Pisces and will go into this fourth house next year. And that's when it's going to change a lot of the dynamics in your home life, your home environment, your children, your family. But this is Neptune going retrograde is giving you one last look at where you've been, what you want, figuring things out. Now, Saturn, your ruler, is also in retrograde. So these two are going to stay retrograde in this third house for at least the next couple of months. I believe Neptune doesn't come out of retrograde until October, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be there a while. And what it's doing is it's giving you a chance to reevaluate your thinking and your processing and what you want. Maybe you're revisiting a project from the past, a situation from the past. And this is going to be a subtle underlying, foundation that's going on over the next couple of months. It's not just going to be one day. It'll be a subtle, I want to go back to the old neighborhood. I need to talk to people that I've known before. I want to revisit coworkers that I used to work with, that kind of mindset, especially when we have these two going backwards. So it's not a big deal. It's a subtle energy that you'll need to focus on, okay? But at the same time, on the same day, we have Mercury entering Leo. So here's the first of the three planets that are going to leave the seventh house and go into the eighth house. Now, when this happens on the 2nd, Mercury will be opposing Pluto. As you can see here, 1 degree, 1 degree. Now, this is a little bit of a challenge. Anytime planets oppose Pluto, there's always this psychological transformation that's taking place, or it could be power struggles. And so we're talking about the second house of income and value and investments, and we're talking about the eighth house of power and transformation and death and rebirth. So what's on the table here for at least a couple of days is this inner struggle with either finance or investments or psychological struggle, like, what the hell am I doing? That kind of mindset. And that's normal because Mercury in Leo is very creative, and it's a stronger alignment than in Mercury in Cancer. And it's in the eighth house of deep psychological transformation. So you'll be questioning everything at this time, just at the beginning of the month. And of course, Venus and the Sun will follow suit and oppose Pluto as well, and I'll cover that in a little bit later. But I just wanted to give you kind of a heads up of the energy that's at play right at the beginning of the month. Now, the new moon in Cancer on the 5th highlights the 7th house. It's going to be at 14 degrees of Cancer. So wherever that is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that gets lit up. But here, generally speaking, with the sun chart, it has to do with partnerships. And you can see Venus is aligned to it. It's loosely aligned to it, but it's still aligned to it. So it's about socializing. It's about meeting new people. It's about, interacting with people at home. Maybe you're having a celebration. Maybe you're having parties at home. Maybe you're getting invited to other people's houses and you're meeting new people. So it's definitely a socializing time. Of course, in the United States here, we also have July the 4th, which is always a celebration. So this could be part of that dynamic of the new moon. Now, the new moon is favorably aspected to some planets. First, it's aspected very nicely to Mars, which is very positive. So it shows me spending time with kids or a new project or a loved one. But it's also favorably aligned to Saturn, your ruler, at 19 degrees. So it's showing me important communication and understanding of the partnership and relationship you find yourself in, or the new relationship or partnership you find yourself in. And so this is new moons. Think of new moons as new opportunities. So for the next 2 weeks until about the 21st, this doorway is open for opportunity to meet new people. So if you get invited somewhere, you might want to go and check it out, okay? So we also have Venus entering Leo on the 11th. So as you can see here, Venus enters the 8th house and quickly opposes Pluto. So watch for any power struggles with a partner or financial matters that are a little, frustrating or irritating of some kind. And so this is just the beginning of it, a couple of days. But Venus in Leo in the 8th house is about financial matters, but it's also about a transformation, a psychological transformation, a physical transformation. Venus in Leo can be very sexual as well, and the 8th house represents sexuality. So you might find yourself a little bit more amorous, or thinking about past lovers, or you just want to make more money, or you're thinking about your future and inheritance and all of this other stuff, depending on your own birth chart. You see, that's how it works. But again, it's going through this deep abyss. The 8th house is like the abyss of the subconscious. And so now we have Mercury and Venus in there, and you're trying to figure out, your part in all of this. And the partnerships. Let's not forget partnerships, because Venus is about partnerships. So you're thinking about every partnership you have and what you've been involved in and so on, and reevaluating it all. So that's how I would interpret that. Now, on the 21st is a big day because Mars enters Gemini, finally leaves Taurus and goes into Gemini. Now, Mars in Gemini is very chatty and thinky and loves to process information, so we'll be talking a lot more. But it's entering your 6th house. The 6th house is of daily service, health, giving to others. It's your job, it's your routine. And Mars in Gemini can make us really jittery and irritated and very restless, especially since Jupiter's there and now Mars is there, and these will get closer together as the month unfolds. So this is going to give you a lot of nervous energy. It's going to give you a lot of overthinking things and restlessness from this point forward, from the 21st on. But what makes this one so tricky is at the same time, there is this full moon, the second full moon, that also occurs on the 21st. I just backdated the chart because I wanted to show you the sign here and the moon. It's on the 21st, but it'll be in the first house of identity and self versus the sun over here. And so once again, you are really reevaluating your purpose. You're reevaluating your connections and relationships and everything that you do. Are you on the right track? Is this what I want? Am I in the right relationship? Am I in the right job? Am I in the right business? You'll be questioning it all because, again, this is the second full moon in Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about realizations of goals and purpose. And so you'll be questioning all that. And what makes this one a little tricky is the full moon will be conjunct Pluto right there. So look for surprises. It's also aligned to Uranus, the sign of surprises, and Mars. It's still loosely connected to Mars. So look for some surprises in the 6th house, which has to do with health, service, daily routine. Could be a male issue, something to do with a male energy that could arise here. Okay, so it's a very tricky time, that 21st. All right, so just be aware of it. The aspects to this full moon are just those right there, and Neptune. So there could be some confusion in the mix. So pay attention to your thinking and the people around you at this time. Now, the sun enters Leo on the 22nd. There we go. it runs right into Pluto once again for a couple of days. And so once again, you're reevaluating your financial life, your deep psychological well-being, or the psychological well-being of another. And there's this push and pull energy once again. Maybe you're acting as a counselor to someone else, like your children or family matters. You know, it could be another sibling or a mother or father or whatever it is. And so for the first couple of days, again, this is at the forefront where you're needing to deal with a situation. But again, it's very good to have the Sun and Venus and Mercury all in the 8th house if you're an investor or you're looking at financial matters that you need to resolve. So you'll find a way to figure that out, especially when Mercury enters Virgo on the 25th and 26th. And so Mercury in Virgo is very analytical. And so it gets to decisions very quickly. And it's in the 9th house of higher learning and exploration. And so whatever you're going through around the middle of the month here, you'll be able to start resolving and thinking it through and making it work in some way. So that's how it works. So, but Mercury in Virgo can be a little more critical. So you might be thinking a little bit more pessimistic and, you know, figuring every little thing out and going, oh, I knew that was going to happen. You know, that kind of mindset. Anyway, there you have it, Capricorn. Do the best you can. Remember, we're all just having experiences in this reality. All right, have a great month, and stay tuned for a little special offer that I have, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hi, thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, you know, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, you know, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.